Hello, dear listener. If you just clicked on this video, I want to assure you of one thing. This is the best step you have taken today, because the testimony you are going to be listening to in few minutes is actually a call for everyone to prepare for what is ahead of us. This is a testimony of a sister who died for few minutes, and in her experience she explained what she was shown concerning the coming virus on Earth. She was shown how it will affect every humanity if we don't do the things she will be explaining in her testimony. So I encourage you to pay attention and watch this video to the end, so that you will not miss any of the instructions she was given. Before I share her testimony with you, please, I would love to know where you are listening from in the comments section, so that we can connect as a family. Also, if you have any issue in your life that you need a prayer support, you can also leave it in the comments section while we support you in prayers. If you have done that, may God bless you. Now, relax and listen to her testimony.
Hi, Daily Renewal. I want to say that I love what you do on your channel. Please, I would want you to help me share this testimony to your audience. I really can't keep quiet anymore. My name is Rebecca Matthews. I'm 34 years old and I'm from the United States. The testimony I want to share with you today happened to me last year, and I have not spoken to anyone about it since it happened. I never thought I'd be sitting here writing this. Actually, I never thought I'd be alive to write anything at all. But here I am, and I have something I need to tell you. Something I saw. Something that changed everything I thought I knew about life, about God, about all of it. So let me just start from the beginning, because you need to understand where I was coming from. I wasn't a believer. I grew up hearing about God and church and all that, but somewhere along the way I just stopped believing any of it was real. It seemed like fairy tales to me, like something people told themselves to feel better about dying. I looked at the world and I saw suffering everywhere. I saw good people dying, I saw children sick, and I just thought to myself, if there's a God, he sure doesn't care much about what's happening down here. I had friends who were believers, good friends. They would talk to me about Jesus, about faith, about how God could heal and save and all these things. And I would just smile and nod because I didn't want to be rude. But inside I was thinking, yeah, right. I'd seen too many people pray and still die. I'd seen too many families begging God for miracles that never came. So no, I didn't believe. Then in late 2024, I started feeling off. Just tired all the time, losing weight without trying, which at first I thought was great. But then it kept going. I'd get these pains that wouldn't go away. I ignored it for a while because that's what you do, right? You tell yourself it's nothing. You're just stressed, you need more sleep, whatever. But it wasn't nothing. January 2025, I finally went to the doctor. They ran tests, a lot of tests, and then they told me I had cancer, stage 3, aggressive. I remember sitting in that office and just feeling numb. The doctor was talking about treatment options and survival rates, and I just kept thinking, this isn't real. This isn't happening to me. My friends, the ones who believed, they immediately started telling me to pray, to ask God for healing, to have faith. And I appreciated that they cared. I really did. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't suddenly start believing in something just because I was scared. That felt fake to me, like a deathbed conversion or something. I told them I'd fight this my own way, with medicine and doctors and science. They didn't give up on me though. Every week, sometimes every day, they'd send me messages about God's love, about miracles they'd heard of, about people who'd been healed. And every week I'd see another story about someone who died despite all the prayers, despite all the faith. So I just couldn't buy into it. The treatment was brutal. Chemo made me so sick I wanted to die just to stop feeling that way. I lost my hair, I lost more weight, I lost my strength. But I kept fighting because what else do? You fight. That's what they tell you. You're a warrior, you're a fighter, you got this. Except I didn't got this. The cancer kept spreading. By May 2025, the doctors were running out of options. They tried different treatments, stronger drugs, but nothing was stopping it. I could feel myself getting weaker. I could see it in their eyes when they looked at my charts. They were losing hope even if they didn't say it out loud. My friends prayed harder. They organized prayer chains. They brought people to my house to lay hands on me and pray, and I let them because what did I have to lose at that point? But I still didn't believe. I watched their faces so full of hope and faith, and I just felt empty. I thought, if God is real and He's letting this happen to me, then what's the point? June came and everything fell apart fast. I couldn't eat. I couldn't keep anything down. The pain was constant, even with all the medication. On June 11th, 2025, I collapsed at home. My sister found me and called 911. They rushed me to the hospital, and I remember bits and pieces of that. The ambulance, the lights, people talking fast and moving around me. I was in the hospital for 5 days. 5 days of in and out of consciousness, of pain, of machines beeping, of doctors and nurses coming and going. My family was there, my friends were there, and they were all praying. I could hear them sometimes, talking to God like He was right there in the room, begging Him to save me. On the 5th day, June 16th, something happened. I felt myself slipping away. It wasn't scary like I thought it would be. It was almost peaceful. The pain stopped. Everything stopped. And then I wasn't in the hospital anymore. I don't even know how to describe what happened next because there aren't really words for it. But I was somewhere else, somewhere bright, but not like sun bright, more like everything was made of light. And I felt good. I felt whole. I felt like myself, but better, stronger, no pain at all. And then I saw Him. I knew it was Jesus. Don't ask me how I knew. I just knew. He was sitting there, and I'm telling you, the love that came from Him, I've never felt anything like it. It was overwhelming. It was like every good feeling you've ever had multiplied by 1,000,000. And I just broke down. I fell down and I started crying. Not sad crying, but I don't even know what kind of crying it was. And the first thing that came out of my mouth, I'm not even proud of it, but it's the truth. I looked at Him and I said, "Why? Why do you let people die like this? Why did you let me suffer? Why do you let children get sick and good people die in pain if you're real and you love us?" I was angry. Even there, even seeing Him right in front of me, I was angry about all of it. He didn't get mad at me for asking. He just looked at me with so much compassion and He said, "Rebecca, sickness doesn't mean I hate the world. It doesn't mean I don't care." And then He started showing me things, not like watching a movie, but like I was understanding things I'd never understood before. He showed me how some sickness comes from how careless people are, how we put so many things in our bodies that were never meant to be there, chemicals and processed foods and pollution and all of it, how people don't take care of the bodies they were given, how they don't do proper checkups, they ignore warning signs, they live in ways that break down their health. He showed me how the earth itself is sick from what we've done to it, and how that sickness comes back to us. And I understood that it wasn't Him punishing us, it was us reaping what we'd sown, like natural consequences. But then He showed me something else, and this is the part that I'm scared to even tell you, because I know how it sounds. But I have to tell you because that's why I'm still here. He showed me a virus, a new virus, something that's coming, He said. This is what's coming to the world soon. The enemy has been working on this, planning this, and it will come if my people don't wake up, if they don't turn back to me and do what I've been asking them to do. I saw it spreading. I saw people getting sick. I saw fear and chaos, and He told me that these sicknesses, these diseases that seem to be getting worse and more frequent, they're signs. Signs that the end is near. Not to scare people, but to wake them up. He said, 2026, Rebecca. If people are not careful, if they don't listen, if they don't turn back, 2026 is when this will happen. It's already in motion. The plans are already being made. And I said, but what can anyone do? How can people stop something like that? And He said, they need to get closer to me. They need to do what I require of them. Love each other genuinely, turn from evil. Seek my face, pray without ceasing. The enemy's plans can only succeed if my people are asleep. But if they wake up, if they truly turn to me, this evil doesn't have to come to pass. Then he told me I had to go back. I didn't want to go back. I'm being honest with you. I wanted to stay there where there was no pain, where everything was perfect. But he said, you have to warn them. You have to tell people what you've seen. Tell them to get right with me. Tell them time is running out. Tell them this is real. And just like that, I was back in my body, back in that hospital bed, back in pain, back in weakness, back in all of it. But I was alive. The doctors couldn't explain it. They ran tests and the cancer was just gone. Not in remission, not reduced, gone. They kept saying it didn't make sense, it wasn't medically possible. They'd never seen anything like it. But I knew what had happened. I knew who had healed me. And here's the thing, I didn't tell anyone about what I saw. Not right away. I was overwhelmed. I was trying to process it. I was trying to figure out if it was real or if I'd hallucinated from the medication or what. So I kept quiet. I went home. I recovered. I tried to go back to normal life. But I couldn't shake it. Every day I'd wake up and remember what he showed me, what he told me. And every day I'd feel this weight, this responsibility, like I was supposed to be doing something and I wasn't doing it. Months went by. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. And the whole time I'm watching the news, I'm watching the world, and I'm seeing things get worse. More sickness, more division, more chaos. And I keep hearing his voice in my head saying, 2026, Rebecca, tell them. So here I am. It's 2026 now and I can't stay quiet anymore. I don't care if people think I'm crazy. I don't care if people don't believe me. I have to tell you what I saw, because time is not on our side anymore. That virus I saw, it's real. It's coming. Maybe it's already here and we just don't know it yet. The plans for it are real. The enemy is real and he's been working on ways to destroy us, to cause fear and suffering and death. But here's what you need to understand. It doesn't have to happen. God showed me that. It's not set in stone. It's not inevitable. If people wake up, if people turn to God, if people actually do what he's been asking us to do all along, this can be stopped. I'm not talking about just going to church on Sundays. I'm not talking about posting Bible verses on social media. I'm talking about really, truly getting right with God. Loving people the way Jesus loved people. Taking care of each other. Praying like your life depends on it because it might. Turning away from the things that God hates and turning toward the things he loves. I was the biggest skeptic. I was the person who didn't believe in any of this. And now I'm sitting here telling you that it's all real. God is real. Jesus is real. Heaven is real. Heaven was coming is real too. You might be reading this thinking, who is this woman? Why should I believe her? And I get it. I would have thought the same thing before all this happened to me. But I'm just a regular person. I'm not a preacher. I'm not some religious fanatic. I'm just someone who died and came back and saw things that I can't unsee. I haven't talked about this publicly before. I've been scared to. Scared people would think I was making it up for attention or money or whatever. But I don't want anything from you except for you to listen. To really hear what I'm saying. The people I love, the friends who prayed for me when I was dying, they were right all along. God is real and he does care. And he's giving us warnings. He's giving us chances to turn things around. But we have to actually listen and respond. I'm sharing this testimony because I need it to reach as many people as possible. People who will actually pay attention. People who will take this seriously and not just scroll past it or laugh it off. I know there are people who will say I made this up. I know there are people who will try to explain it away medically or psychologically. And that's okay. I can't control what people think. But I know what happened to me. I know what I saw. I know what Jesus told me. And I know that if I don't speak up, If I don't warn people and something happens in 2026 like he showed me, I'll never forgive myself for staying silent. So please, whoever you are, wherever you are listening to this, take this message seriously. This is not a made-up story. I am a real human being writing this testimony to make sure it reaches people who will listen. Get closer to God. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Pray and ask Him to show you what He wants from you. Read the Bible and actually do what it says. Love people genuinely. Turn away from things that you know are wrong. Take care of your body, it's a temple. Pay attention to warning signs in your health and get checked. But most importantly, develop a real relationship with Jesus. Not religion, not ritual, but a real connection with Him. Because what's coming, whether it's this virus or something else, we need Him. We need His protection, His guidance, His strength. I don't know everything about what's going to happen. I just know what He showed me and what He told me to tell you. The rest is between you and God. Before I finish, I want to pray for everyone who's listening to this testimony, and I mean this with everything in me. Dear God Jesus, I thank you for everyone who's reading this right now. Thank you that they made it to the end of this testimony. Lord, I don't know who they are or where they are or what they're going through, but you do. You know exactly what each person needs to hear. I pray that you would open their hearts and their minds to receive this message, that you would give them discernment to know that this is real and true. I pray for anyone who's sick right now, anyone who's suffering, anyone who's lost hope, that you would heal them and restore them and give them faith to believe in you. I pray that you would protect us from the evil plans of the enemy, that you would wake up your people and draw us closer to you. Give us wisdom to know what to do and courage to do it. And Lord, if this virus is really coming, if 2026 is really the year, I pray that people would turn to you now so that your protection would be over them, that you would stop this evil from happening if it's your will. Help us not to live in fear but in faith. Help us to trust you even when things don't make sense, and help us to love each other the way you love us. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Thank you for taking your time to listen to my testimony. If you have been blessed by my testimony, please kindly share this message across. Time is not on our side anymore. The person that you will share this video to might be the one you will save today. So I highly recommend that you help me pass this message across as much as you can. And as you do so, may the Lord bless you now and always. Amen.